Hello again, fellow beer lovers. Tonight we're going to be talking about Young's Double Chocolate Stout. Now this is always a treat. I've had a number of these over the years. It's been a while, and this will be the first time that I have reviewed it for you guys. So, obviously the label, just the name, Double Chocolate Stout, it kind of evokes double chocolate cake, where you got fudge frosting or chocolate frosting on a chocolate cake. And so this would entice, a lot of, maybe a lot of ladies that are foraying into the craft beer scene, or guys that are that like to mix it up and are like trying different flavored beers, that sort of thing. So it's inviting, but I'll tell you what a double chocolate stout is, okay? The very first time that I tried a chocolate porter, the very first time that I heard the term, it was probably, maybe 15 years ago. I was at the Yard House in Long Beach, suburb of LA, right on the ocean, and they had over 100 beers on tap. It was really really an awesome scene, and I would always order a full yard. This might be a good time to show you my yard glass. All right, so there it is in all its glory. By the way, if you're considering getting a yard glass, you gotta watch out, okay? I mean, you can get these, you can get some for, I don't know, you can probably get them for 30 or 40 or 50 bucks online, but most of them are paper thin and they'll break very, very quickly. This thing is actually hand blown, and it's very sturdy, and it's not gonna break unless somebody gets really stupid with it. So anyway, I would always order a full yard, and I liked to get the Anchor Chocolate Porter. It's just Anchor Porter, but it's classified as a chocolate porter because of the type of malt that they use. They use chocolate malt. Now, chocolate malt does not actually contain chocolate. It's not brewed with cocoa beans, and there are chocolate notes and certainly chocolate color, but it doesn't actually contain cocoa. All right, so that's one type of a chocolate porter or a chocolate stout, is that kind. And by the way, there are many beers that incorporate chocolate malt in them. Okay, I'm going to put this thing away because I don't want it to break. Okay, so the other type of chocolate porter or chocolate stout or any other type of chocolate beer actually is flavored with real chocolate or chocolate flavor. Okay, and what makes it a double chocolate stout is that they've done both. They brewed with chocolate malt, as well as they've added chocolate flavor. All right, and this has one of those widgets in there that with nitrogen in there, so it produces a really nice foamy head. Really nice velvety, frothy head on that. And when you're pouring a beer like this, a nice chalice or a large snifter is always nice for showcasing that with the appearance. Okay, it's a beautiful, beautiful beer. Okay, I'm going to take a sniff. And the aroma is not particularly strong. You know, I smell the malt, I smell maybe just a light hint of molasses. And just a very, very faint chocolate smell. You know, it's a surprisingly light beer, considering, first of all, it's a dark beer. It's a stout. They are not. The mouthfeel is usually much more viscous. This is it feels thin. And for, you know, considering its name, double chocolate stout, you know, you'd think that it would be very, very chocolatey and thick, but it's actually much more it's much more subtle than that. And that, by the way, makes it a much more drinkable. It's yeah, much more drinkable beer. Um, I've said before that a lot of the beers that I like, I really like, but I don't like so much that I drink two in a row of them, because, you know, because of some of the extremes that each one of them represents. You know, one is enough. Two might be too much. But I would say that this is a light enough beer that I could do two of these in a row. It would not be overwhelming. By the way, you know, I've been mentioning lately that my wife really has been more than just hinting that she would prefer that I shave this beard off. She prefers just a little goatee on me. And today I actually considered shaving it off while everybody was gone. While the boys were at school, Andrew was at work, and I was on lunch. And so I started trimming the sides and trimming up a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I decided, you know what? I think this took me about 7 months to grow, so I don't think I want to chop it all off in just a few minutes. I might have to linger a bit, and, you know, kind of like you know, when you're enjoying a beer, you don't just chug it, right? That's for the college frat boys that are slamming Bud Light, you know, they can chug. But a connoisseur kind of savors it, right? So I think it might be a several day process to get this beard down to the exact size and shape that Andrea likes it. You know, that's a tasty beer. I've got 3 more of them here if I get any fan mail, or you know, especially if I get any gifts. You know, if you want to send me some cool beer paraphernalia, you know, a nice beer glass or something, I might just have you here as a guest, and you can have yourself one of these. Well, I think that's all for tonight. You know, I just stocked up on a number of really good beers to try. So expect some interesting new beers starting with the next episode and the ones coming right after that. Until next time, happy drinking.